Hi, Ceci and Pamela. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher.
How are you girls today? Good or so-so?
Good. Fine.
Sorry, what?
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Fine.
Good, good. Let's see who else joins us today. I need to send the invitation to Alberto because he said that he was not in the group.
Hello, morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you today, Juan Carlos?
So tired because I worked hard this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Morning, Sandra. I can imagine. All right, so let me just send an invitation to Alberto because they didn't add him, but all right. So in this case, right now, what we're gonna do is, well, as you see, we are now starting with Advanced 3, and well, welcome. I don't think we're gonna get new students from other groups, and so because you were the first group in advance with the new book, so it's gonna be
Mhm.
just the same of us. And let's see. So basically, what we're gonna do right now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we are going to do at the beginning of the course, which is the same thing we do in every course, but I'm going to be a little bit more specific right now. So, for example, what we are going to practice in Unit 3, sorry, in Unit 3, in Level 3, is that we're gonna see Unit 5, which is called To the Edge, and we're going to practice Unit 6, which is also going to be a part of the last two quizzes, and it's called Money Matters. Okay. In these units, we have to practice vocabulary, we have to practice grammar, speaking, listening and reading comprehension skills, writing, and presentation skills. This is also something that we have to practice. And that's something that we are doing uh, every time we do the presentations. I don't know if you have questions with this or something. Okay, good. Let's see. This is the evaluation, okay? So normally, if you noticed level in advanced 2, you took 4 quizzes. So in this case, for Unit 5, we are going to take quiz 1 and quiz number 2. Okay, these 2 quizzes are going to cover Unit 5. The quiz is going to be on August 1st, the 2 quizzes. As usual, and this is something that in every class and in every course we do, we check oral evaluation, so how well you perform during class, but also it is part of the presentation. Okay, the presentation is divided in both for both units, and of
Mhm.
course the homework that normally we try to give. I try to give you homework, maybe not so much, but not a lot, but I mean I do give you some activities. And then for Unit 6, the quizzes 3 and 4 are going to be on August 22nd, the same thing. you are evaluated on the oral performance in class and as a part of the presentation and the homework. And here is the important note. Remember that similar to the previous level, we have a presentation, something you have to present. So the presentation is going to be after the first quizzes, but it's going to be before the next unit, okay? So it's probably going to be after this day. I don't know if you have questions with this.
No. No.
Okay, what about the rest? All good, clear, or something you want to check?
It's clear. It's about the presentation. What is it about the presentation?
The topic?
Yeah.
The top.
So the topic is, I have to check if I can add some more, but probably the topic that we're going to be talking about is going to be about challenges and or success.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to see if I can during this week if I can find other topics that are related to success or challenges, and that I can add and give you more options for you to use. But the topic is going to be related to the unit, challenges and success.
Okay.
All right. Any other question?
No.
All right. So, okay. So here is how, this is something important. So how are you evaluated? So what we do is, in this case, you have the quiz number 1 is worth 20 points. Quiz number 2 is worth 20 points. And then the homework is going to be 10 points. So similar to what we have done from advanced 1. The oral grade in every, like it's always over 100. Quiz 3 and quiz 4, 20 and 20, and then homework 10 points. So in total, depending on how you did in the quizzes, this is going to be your total grade. And again, also it's part, like the presentation is part of the oral grade as well.
Okay.
Questions with this?
No.
So if you do your homework, you already have like those 10 points. Well, you won those 10 points already. So I don't think you're gonna have problems with that because you have been doing your homework. All right. Okay. So the calendar or calendario, like it says here in Spanish. So we start today, July 11th. And now we are not going to, we're not gonna have like feedback sessions during the week. It's only going to be on Saturdays. And we're gonna continue working from 8:45 to 11:20, more or less. Okay. So the first quiz is going to be August the 1st, as it says in here. And then August the 22nd is going to be the last quiz. Okay.
Okay.
Questions with this?
No.
Okay. And the last part, this one is something that I'm just going to send to the WhatsApp group. It's not something that I have to explain right now, but this is called the netiqueta. It's basically what you guys have to do during the online sessions, and how you are supposed to like to talk to us, how we teachers or coaches have to talk to you guys, and pretty much be polite. But this is something that I'm going to send to the WhatsApp group. So I don't think we have problems with people who are rude or people who are not nice to each other. I think everybody here respects each other. All right. And that's it. So what we're gonna do, these are the objectives for today. We are going to start Unit 5. We are going to identify and practice vocabulary related to describing challenges and success. We are going to practice reading comprehension skills and try to complete the TED Talk video tasks that we have on the book. Okay, so we
Okay.
should finish around 11 or 11:20 maximum. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so I have this phrase, to the edge, and then you have all of these pictures. Okay,
Yes. Mhm.
what do you think to the edge means? If you look at the pictures, I don't want you to tell me because you have to write on the Zoom chat. But what do you think to the edge is if you look at these pictures? And I want you to write in the Zoom chat something like this. This is an example. I
Mhm.
think to the edge is when you are on top of a mountain and you want to take a picture. Maybe for me that's to the edge. I don't know. But if you look at these pictures, what do you think to the edge is? Okay, and I want you to write it in the Zoom chat. What do you think it is? Let me know in the Zoom chat.
Border.
But what?
Border. It's like a border. How do you say? Uh, mm, okay.
All right. So what you can do is just do it in the Zoom chat, and then we're gonna check eventually. We're gonna check. We're gonna check the answer.
Okay.
Ready?
What?
It's
Ready?
ready, yes.
Okay. But
And
did you
yeah.
in the chat? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a good description on that. When you do something that is risky for personal satisfaction. Okay. Let's see what else the rest write or types. Okay, so Juan Carlos, border of service of object. Okay, that's also another description. Okay, so Cecilia also, it can definitely be something like that. I think to the edge is when I do something and nobody can stop me. Yes. Okay, it is an incredible experience with when a person is near of the nature. Okay. All right, let's see, somebody else type something and then we're gonna talk about this. All right, so I guess for now we can continue and later we're gonna check uh, if the rest put something. So I guess overall what you have is a combination of the things. So if you see, if we go to this part, so to the edge, they are like, oh, let's see, somebody else typed in. Okay, when slip, let's see, push it, place, okay, when you commit something serious. Yes, so in this case, do you think these people are afraid? Like, if you check all of the pictures, do you think these people are afraid of what they are doing? Yes or no?
No.
Exactly. They are not afraid. They don't really seem to be afraid of what they are doing. In fact, if you see, check this person, like he's there because he's taking a picture. Somebody's taking a picture and he's like smiling. Okay,
Yes.
so they are not really afraid. So something that, for example, Cecilia and Sandra mentioned. For example, Sandra mentioned when you do something risky for personal satisfaction. Do you think that he's doing something risky for somebody else or for himself? This guy, is he doing something risky for him or for somebody else?
For him.
Exactly. So as Sandra is mentioning personal satisfaction, and as Cecilia mentioned, something that nobody can stop me or the person who is doing it. So the same. Do you think this girl is like this because somebody is asking her to do it, or because she knows that she can do it and nobody is going to stop her?
It's more and more and more.
Exactly. So they want more. So to the edge is pretty much that when you put yourself in a risky situation, but for personal satisfaction. Okay. All right. Let's see. Exactly. Also, for example, if we check the chat, Pamela mentioned when you are in some extreme feeling on the brink. Yes, also. Okay. And we're gonna work with this actually. So if you see unit 5, like I said before, it's called to the edge. And then we have this person and we have this quote. It says magic is pretty simple. It's training and experimenting while pushing through the pain to be the best that I can be. This is a quote.
Yeah.
And then we have this. What do you see in the picture? How do you think the picture and the phrase, sorry, to the edge are related? And then we have this one. What do you think about the quote, magic is pretty simple, blah, blah. Share your opinion. What I'm going to ask you to do is for 6 minutes, you're gonna be in breakout rooms. I'm sorry. What I'm going to ask you to do is simply discuss these 3 questions because I'm going to send the picture to the WhatsApp group. Discuss these 3 questions in 6 minutes and then we're going to come back to the main session and we're going to all talk about it, okay?
Okay.
Let me just send you the picture to the WhatsApp group so you can talk about it. Okay. Let me know when you receive the. I'm sending this to another picture, to another group. Oh, this one. Okay, did you receive it to the group?
Yes.
All right, so now I'm gonna. Okay, everybody has to participate, okay? So, all right, there you go. I already sent you the invitation. Please, everybody speak. You only have 6 minutes.
When he breathed underwater,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know say the or he wants to do a record. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question more? Mm,
Well,
1 minute cute. 1 minute cute.
Quote,
Cute.
quote,
1 minute. Share your opinion.
Brenda, use the chat for your microphone
Turn off.
is fail.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to start, please.
Me?
Mhm.
Um, um, where and what are you going to do?
Talk about the picture.
Ah, the picture.
See, picture the teachers send us by WhatsApp.
Okay.
Do you see the picture?
Yes.
Okay. What do you see in the picture?
Picture.
Two people.
Well,
I know one people in
one
front
people
in front
in a fish
of
box.
in front of a mirror, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
or it's a fish box, no?
I think so. I don't sure. Is he is in front? He is in front mirror.
Be strange in the same time because you think how is this possible to somebody can do something like that.
Yes. When I think when you have challenges and I do accident, you want more and more and more.
Mhm.
No stop. No can stop. You go to the more risky in the body, in the main things, you do it.
Mhm.
I don't know. What do
In
you think?
my, well, okay. Um, in my opinion, I think it will be to feel some sensation are in many things or occasion, I don't know.
Mhm. Well, the second question, how do you think the picture and the phrase today each are
No, I think it isn't now. Look, let me look the picture again. Okay. Válgame. Brenda didn't get the chat, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, she says in the picture, I see a man into the water and other person take a picture. And I don't see this
Yeah,
person take a picture.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, of course, or maybe
yes,
on the maybe the underwater
yes.
there is a camera too. No, there, there, there are people outside. Did you look that? I don't know.
Well,
It's confused. It's confused.
yes. When I think this person is a escapist, escapist.
Escape is like a Soviet.
Hmm.
It's like in many, where many times or limits when you to do.
But every magician but is different. I think the phrase to the age for them it's very extent because all the magicians have a different coverture of magic, and I think this is the difference or the explication for this phrase. I think she is not a magician. A magician is more like a
All right, so we're just gonna wait for the girls to come back, and then we're gonna chat a little bit about this, and then we're gonna actually check all of the information. Let me just. I'm gonna wait for them. Okay, they're back. All right, so everybody's here, and we're gonna chat a little bit about this. So, in the picture, who wants to tell me what you saw or what you see actually? Sorry. What do you actually see in the picture?
The person is underwater. Uh,
Okay, underwater, very good.
yeah, yeah. In front of mirror.
Okay, so underwater in front of a mirror. Anything else you noticed?
yes.
So
I
pretty much,
think
uh-huh.
this person is in a box, fish box.
A fish
Yes.
tank. Okay. So
All
and
right. Yes.
he's in a fish tank. Okay.
Fish tank, and he is a escapist.
Okay, an
Maybe,
escapist. Okay.
maybe.
All right.
He want to hold your breath
Okay.
as long as possible. I don't know.
Okay, very good. He wants to hold his breath as much as possible. Very good. Anything else that you saw? I think you guys pretty much cover all of the like the things that we noticed. Now, if you told me hold his breath, escapist in a fish tank, in a mirror, underwater, how do you think all of these things are related to the phrase to the edge?
Hold your breath as long.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and why do you think this is related to that?
It's in Mara record.
Okay, yes, he wants to break a record. Okay, and now is he doing something risky or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Yes.
it's a risk.
very risky.
Very
Yeah.
risky, exactly. Now, do you think somebody is making him do it, or is he doing it because of the personal satisfaction, as Sandra said at the beginning?
I think
I don't know.
personal satisfaction.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now,
It's like a show.
yeah, it can be something like that also. Now
Yeah.
we have this phrase. It says magic is pretty simple. It's training and experimenting while pushing through the pain to be the best that I can be. What did you guys understand with that quote? Or what do you
It
guys understand?
sounds like it's not very easy for a common person. Uh,
Okay.
is it's pretty simple, but for somebody who can the initiative and the creativity um to showing in to people,
Mm-hmm.
but in the same time showing the other side of the magic,
Mm-hmm.
like the risk about represent for the illusionist or magician,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and but is risk, but is showing in the same time something beautiful.
Exactly. Right. So yes, it's risky and it's something magical. As I mean, as the word says, magical, and it sometimes it's risky. So yeah, I think it pretty much is what you're mentioning, Cecilia. So continuing with this, okay, so we have David Blaine. Do you know who is David Blaine?
No.
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 Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
who is he, Juan Carlos?
Pues, he, ese- he is my, I
Illusion.
don't know, maybe magician. I don't know,
Uh-huh, yeah,
magician. No?
he's a magician and an illusionist as well,
Yeah,
Sandra.
like
Hmm.
a David Copperfield. Wow.
Yes, something. Do you know who David Copperfield is?
No.
Oh, I really.
Okay, so David Blaine is like a magician and
Magician.
illusionist as well, and I think that I can also say similar to Alberto, what Alberto mentioned, an escapist as well. Do you know who
Mm-hmm.
is Houdini or Houdini?
The
How
best
did?
man.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
No.
sorry.
Soek, Soek.
All right, okay. So did you watch the movie? I don't remember what's the name in Spanish.
Roma.
Well, I think the most recent one that I can tell you is I think that in Spanish is Los Ilusionistas. Did you watch that movie?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
so David Blaine is something similar to them.
yeah.
Okay, so a magician, an illusionist, and all that. Okay,
Okay.
so you have to have that in mind because we are going to this unit. We're going to be talking about David Blaine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. You are going to watch a short video. The video is 40 seconds, and he's going to be talking because he's going to give the TED Talk video conference. And I want you to pay attention to this question. Okay, the question is, what goal or what objective did
Objective. Yeah.
did David Blaine have as a young man? What was his objective when he was a small person, a young person?
A
Okay.
young person. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So pay attention to that. Again, the video is very short. It's less than 40 seconds, but this is the question that I want you to focus on. Okay. Let me share the software in the video. Hold on.
Ay, ay, ay.
The software is really slow. Okay, here we go. So again, we're only going to focus on question one. What goal did Blaine have as a young man? Okay.
Okay.
As a young magician, I was obsessed with Houdini and his underwater challenges. So I began early on competing against the other kids, seeing how long I could stay underwater while they went up and down to breathe, 5 times while I stayed under on one breath. By the time I was a teenager, I was able to hold my breath for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I would later find out that was Houdini's personal record.
Okay, so like I said, it was a very short video. Were you able to identify what was his objective or no?
Yes.
Okay, so what was his objective or his goal?
His obsession, Houdini, and your changes
Okay,
underwater.
okay. So he wanted to be the best underwater?
Break the record of Houdini.
Exactly. He wanted to break the record of Houdini. Right?
Mm.
Everybody agrees on that?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, that was pretty much the objective he had. Okay. And now this is what you're going to do. We're going to have this question. This one is for you. It says, what goals have you set for yourself as a child or now? Okay. And I'm gonna ask you to have a brief discussion. It can be 4 or 5 minutes, but I want you only to focus on this question. What goals have you set for yourself as a child or now? Okay. And I'm gonna send you to the breakout rooms, and the same people you were working with have a discussion. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just send this picture to the WhatsApp group. And okay. So this one is your personal opinion as well.
Okay.
Okay, so let me know when you receive the picture.
Yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Alberto, I'm going to be sending you the picture to the WhatsApp, to your WhatsApp group, sorry, because I don't know why they haven't added you to the group. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Right. So please accept the invitation to the breakout rooms, and you have 5 minutes to discuss this question about yourself.
In the long jump too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case is I lost too because a little woman, a short woman, and my legs no aren't biggest, and I lost. And
Oh.
see, I'm crying. I want to compete in the butterfly swim,
Mm-hmm.
and I like it very, very, very much. And I do swim until the 20 year ago, I think, and I like it.
Mm.
I don't know. And now I I don't doing any store, only doing work. And I want to be the best in my work only. Um, I change the personal changes, how I buy my house, my own something, house, car, clothes. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
have do any store actually. Is that?
Yeah, but it depends of the times. I mean, in your case, but you have a goal.
Very
Yes.
young man. Are you study? Are you stud? Do you study a career?
Actually, no. Where I'm not accepted with in the YNL.
Uh,
And the next Saturday, I want to present the admission exam.
okay. The exam. Yeah. What career are you going to study?
I'm 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 going to
Study.
biotechnology, biotechnology.
Mm, in-
Biology. Yes, I like it.
ah, biology. Ah, okay, okay. In Universidad Autónoma de Nuevo León.
Yes,
Ah, good, good. You want to be biologist, biólogo.
yes. I like it. This.
It's cool. In fact,
Yeah,
I think are you going to work in another city because in Monterrey the 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 the, the found
I I don't want it.
It's
But I don't know. So it depends of the times. Maybe when I was a child, I say like, oh, it's very beautiful how your family and something like
yes.
that.
And,
And now I have 21 and I say no, I don't want to be married.
and you, Pamela?
Well, I was when I was a child, it's like in the future, I get uh, to the story or maybe sort a work. And I think that I'm separate that many occasions or other I don't know in problems or it's that I I am feeling or I like my career and in the future I I would like that travel in around the world and I think that um, around the world and in the sorry
It's okay.
It's okay. In the high school, I want read a book for a week and it's very good, but do it.
All right. So let's just wait for the girls, and then I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna be doing. Okay. So they are back. All right. Very good. So I was listening to you guys and girls, and you were having a good conversation about the things that you had set for yourself. So it was really nice to listen to you guys sharing your personal goals. Okay. So we're gonna continue, and as I said, we are going to be talking about David Copperfield, David, David,
It's
David,
the same. It's the same. Only
David,
change the name.
the name, yeah, the last name.
Yeah.
Alright. So we're gonna be talking a lot about David Blaine, his actions, like challenges and achievements, success, and we're going to like try to watch today the TikTok video, and we're going to start with this. So I have this picture in here. Okay, I want you to take a moment, look at the picture. Don't tell me anything. Just look at the picture and read this part in silence. Okay. When you finish, let me know.
Woo.
All right. Ready?
Very
Yeah.
great.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna ask you to do. So you already look at the picture. I want you to use the Zoom chat to write the thing that you imagine when you look at the picture. Okay. So what do you imagine when you're looking at this? Like what's happening? What comes to your mind? And you're going to start with, when I see this picture, I imagine, and then you just go ahead and write down what you think. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see if we can do this in less than 4 minutes. Okay.
In chat?
In
or
the chat.
no?
No, in the chat.
Okay.
Here,
Yes.
where is a tightrope?
Like
A tightrope. This.
like a rope, like a rope.
This is the tightrope. Do you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see it, Alberto?
Sí.
Okay, so that's a tightrope.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, so something awesome with bravery. Okay, yeah, somebody that is brave. Okay, I agree. keep it just 1 minute. I'm going to bring the charger of my laptop because it's almost with no battery, okay?
Okay, no problem, teacher.
Yes.
So creepy this.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so, okay, Cecilia. Okay, yeah, the person that can definitely fell onto the phone. Okay, she's nervous or she's spoiled also. Okay, I'm afraid of falling, slipping, and it will be windy. Okay, they will make you cry. So I guess, Sandra, you would never do something like this.
Sorry?
I don't think, will you ever do something like this?
No.
No. Okay, so to overcoming fear. Okay, very good answers. So the same thing, this person, as we know, she was trying to set, according to this small quote, she's trying to set the world record to cross the Niagara Falls on a tightrope. Do you think, one more time, is it personal satisfaction or somebody is asking her to do it?
Personal
Personal
satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Okay, so it's personal satisfaction. She is doing something to, like, to the edge because it's something that is really risky. Okay, very good. And okay, so I guess because I was going to try to put you in breakout room, but I think, and yeah, I think it's better for you guys to be in breakout rooms. Okay, so we're gonna keep having discussions for, I think, 2 or more activities, and then you're going to do something different. But we're going to talk about challenge and success. What is challenge? What is a challenge?
Like a record?
Okay, it can be
No.
like a record, more, I mean, it's
More,
connected,
more or less.
more or less, but what else do you think is a challenge? Do you think a challenge is something easy or something difficult?
Difficult.
Difficult?
Exactly. So a challenge is something that you do that it might be a little bit difficult. And what is success?
Is when
Achievement, like achievement.
I
Okay.
do.
So it's an achievement, and it's when you do something. So for example, imagine that my goal is for you guys to finish all the advanced levels. So I'm your teacher for advanced, like advanced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and all of you finish the 6 levels. So the success for me is that you finished.
Okay.
So it's when you do something, and it's something that it was your goal or your objective, but you do it in the end. And a challenge is maybe, for example, it's difficult to have everybody in the class at the same time, because sometimes they work or maybe they have other activities, and that's the difficult part, the challenge for me to have everybody in the same class. But that's something that I try to do. Okay.
Success come after the challenge, maybe.
Yes, so the challenge is like the little road that you have to
Yeah.
take, the difficult
Yeah.
parts, and then the success is at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. What is a challenge you have experienced in life, and what is a success you have had in your life? So for so I'm gonna give you again 5-6 minutes maybe for you guys to participate and have this discussion. The same thing that you're doing, because you have been participating a lot in the breakout room. So keep doing like that, okay?
Okay.
Let me just send you the picture to the WhatsApp group so you can have the information. Let me know when you receive it, okay?
Yeah.
And Roberto, I'm sending you the pictures as well, because inscriptionists are busy right now. All right, they receive it, right?
Yes.
All right, so
Course. And my success is finish my studies in the school, and I have a work in the company, the multimedios, and I have my house, my car, and I have
Hello?
Juan Carlos, are you here? Let's see.
I think your internet is going down.
Yeah. Let me check. If not, I'm gonna send you to the other group. Okay, he's here.
Do you hear me, teacher?
Yes. But hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
Ready.
here? Okay.
Yeah.
So you can work with Alberto, okay?
Okay.
And the success, I think, I don't know. The success is when I found a job. Do I want to speak English or no? I don't know. Yes, it's correct. Yes.
It's the changing is when you want speak English very well.
Okay.
And this success is when you finish the English course and you now speak English very well. I think.
So the success is before of the challenge or after the challenge?
After.
Okay.
And when do you finish something and you success?
So the challenge is
When you want do.
okay. So the challenge for me is finish the English studies, and the success is when I speak English
Very well.
very well. Okay.
In my case, I think when I entered my university career, and knowing that there were challenges, even if it were for homework, but in terms of the sleepness, and for the homework, it was
Did Juan Carlos? Okay, are you there? Are you going to type on the chat, Juan Carlos? Okay. Okay.
Of work
I
and
have
my
Alberto.
And my brother collection uh,
Hi, Juan Carlos, can you hear me?
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Let's just wait for the rest to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back. All right. Okay.
Day two. Part two. Day two.
I know. Juan Carlos, are you?
Carlos, your microphone is crazy.
I'm gonna mute your microphone. Okay.
Please speak very fast.
All right. So I have to. Okay. Yes, yes. We cannot listen to you. There's like interference.
Arturito.
Okay. No. Can you speak?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
All right. Yeah,
Hello?
it's working. Yes.
Oh,
It's okay. All right.
no, it's a disaster.
I can imagine. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're gonna continue now. We're gonna work a little bit on our own individually. So I have this in here. I put vocabulary describing challenges and describing challenges and success. So I have the word against, break the record, milestone, overcome, pain, and yourself. These they have like a specific their a specific definition. So please look at this and take a moment to decide which one is which, and then we're going to check the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just wait for the rest. Hold on. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's see. We have against. Let me just take the. Okay. So against, which one did you put? What's the answer for against?
I think the letter C.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Okay.
Mhm.
So against, in competition with someone, or let me check, or something. Everybody
Yeah.
agrees?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So against is that when you are in competition with someone or something. Very good. And then we have break the record. What do you think break the record is?
Maybe letter A.
Yes, level 8.
Okay. Everybody
Touch it.
agrees?
What letter?
A.
The first.
Something.
A. The letter A.
Mm-hmm.
No, E. Sorry.
E is E, no?
E.
Significant point in develop or you or in life.
All right. So let's see. We're gonna check, and I'm gonna tell you in a moment. So it can be E or it can be A, and we're
No,
gonna
break
check that.
red.
Oh, E. E.
E.
Letter A.
Okay. So I'm gonna put the two options because you're saying the two options, okay? And then I'm gonna tell you what the answer is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Milestone. What is milestone? What do you think?
Letter E.
Level E.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So letter E. Any other answer that you have? Okay. And then we have overcome. What is overcome?
Letter F. To get rid of something to gain the superiority.
Okay. Everybody agrees?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm. Yes. What about pain?
Pain.
F. Okay.
Letter D. Mental
D.
or emotional distress or suffering.
Mhm.
Yes, letter D.
Very good. And yourself?
Level
B.
B.
Letter
B.
B.
Identify one that is you.
Yes.
Let it be. Let it
Mhm.
be.
So in this case, yes, we're just going to check these two. So in this case, break a record would be, in this case, to achieve something that and that no other person or thing has achieved. That would be break a record. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
And milestone would be a significant point in development or in life. That's a milestone. So for example, maybe
Es que maybe both, teacher.
yes and no, because the thing is that when you break a record
Okay.
is when you achieve something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you do something that somebody already did
Yeah.
before, but you do
Yeah.
it better. And a milestone, for example, maybe a milestone for someone can be getting married, have a baby, or have a car. Like they have that significant point in life.
Mhm.
That would be a milestone.
Yeah.
Question with these words. No questions because they are important vocabulary.
Wait.
Yes. All right. Do you want me to take a pic, like to take the screenshot and send it to the WhatsApp group?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me just hold on. Give me 1 second so I can. I'm gonna stop sharing so I can send it to the WhatsApp group. Hold on. Okay. All right, I already sent it to the WhatsApp group. You should receive it already. And before I continue, no other question with this? Are you sure?
All right.
Milestone in Spanish, what means?
It's like hito. In Spanish is I use this word in my work. It's like a hito. Algo que te marca.
Yeah, that's it.
Sí.
I don't, let me check if I can give you a specific word in Spanish. Hito.
Present.
For example,
hito, yeah.
your graduation, you're married, or whatever.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just share the. Yeah. So in this case, honestly, I have never listened to the word hito, like that. But something that Juan Carlos mentioned is like something in your life que te marca, like something you do que te marca in your life.
Okay.
That milestone, like I said, for example, maybe a graduation for someone is a milestone because they had all of the challenges, all the difficulties, but then they have one significant point in life where they get something. And normally it's a satisfaction.
Okay.
Any other question?
No.
Nobody?
Nobody.
Overcome
is, imagine that you have something very difficult to do and you have all of these difficulties, difficult situations, problems. Okay. Maybe you are going to visit a friend in the United States and you decide to drive, and then the car starts to having problems in the middle of nowhere and you don't know what to do, so you have difficulties fixing the car. You have problems because you don't know anything about mechanics, but you have to overcome. You have to be better, to do something better, so you can actually make the car work.
Okay.
So all the difficulties you have to you cannot be like, ah, no, ya no puedo. No, you have to like, okay, I can do it and I'm going to do it, and I do it. So that is like to overcome.
Okay.
All right.
You get the better, maybe the effect.
Yes. So you get better. You get to be like the better.
Yeah.
A better person in your life.
Okay. So motivate.
Yes, so motivated. Yeah, pretty much. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually pretty, like all of these words are very motivational for like the definitions and the things that we are going to use them.
Yeah.
All right. Questions with this? Any other question?
No.
All right.
It's clear.
Good. So we're going to continue, and this is actually something you're going to do. If you have your book with you, please open your book on page 64.
Okay. Challenge and success.
And we have activity letter A. And it says complete the sentences with the words from the box. So these are the words. What you have to do is read the sentences and just decide what word is best for this, okay?
Okay.
And when you finish, let me know so we can check the answers.
Really?
Okay, let me just check the wait for the rest, and then we're gonna check them in the software of the book.
Reading.
Ready.
Right. Okay, so let me just change to the software of the book, and we're gonna check the answers. Okay, so we have these are the words, and then we have number one. It says, as soon as you set a record, someone else will try to.
Break.
Overcome.
Okay, so we're gonna check. We're gonna check.
To break.
Break it. So you set your record, and imagine that you have to. What is a record that we can invent?
Maybe.
So imagine that your record is that you ate 500 hot dogs. Okay. So
Wow.
well, imagine that. I mean, that's a very
Cookie
creative.
Monster. Cookie Monster.
Woo, so crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
that is your record, and you have that is like okay. I don't know. Pedro Perez ate 500 hot dogs, right? That's your record. Nobody is going to break it. But then somebody says like, no, I am better, so I'm going to break it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be like somebody is always going to try to be better when you like if they see that you do something.
Like a taco challenge of Taqueria Mexicana.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. So
Yeah.
I guess they have a winner, but there is always a person that is going to be like, no, yo puedo más, right? So like that's always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
All right. So and then we have number two. It says to face a challenge, you have to.
Overcome.
Overcome.
That will be
Yes.
overcome your fears and doubts.
Yeah.
Good. So to be better. All right. Number three. In many cases, it's necessary to push
Yourself.
so yourself to win. So, for example, if you see, there are difficult times, so you have to push yourself. Like you have to be like, yes, I can do it. So you can overcome fears and doubts to win.
Yes.
Okay. And then four, athletes often endure
Pain.
Pain.
pain and suffering on the way of success. So,
Yeah.
as anything in life, you're always going to suffer and you're always going to be in pain. I mean, maybe not pain, physical pain, but maybe mentally. But, I mean, it's part of it so you can overcome and achieve. When you reach your goal or an important
Milestone.
Milestone.
in your life, it's time for celebration. So, you know what? I studied 4 years in the university. My milestone is I graduated. So it's time to celebrate.
Obviously.
Yes. And then we have number 6. Sometimes you compete head to head with other people, and sometimes you compete against yourself. Exactly. So again, we go back to the motivational words. So you can compete with other people, but you can compete with you. You can say like, sometimes we have the little angel and the little devil, and that's what we have to work with. Good. Questions with this?
No.
No.
All right, very good. So we're gonna continue. Okay, I have this. All of these we have set a record, face a challenge, push, endure pain and suffering, reach a goal, and then compete head to head or against yourself. From these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which words or expressions describe an achievement? Not all of them describe an achievement. Which ones do you think they are talking about achievement?
What is
One.
achievement?
An achievement is,
Yeah.
for example,
Set a
when-
record.
uh-huh.
Enduring pain and suffering.
Okay, so
Reach,
we're gonna
reach, okay. Well,
we're gonna
okay.
check. So achievement first. Achievement is, I'm gonna directly this. So achievement is when you let me see if I can give you an example with no answer. So I don't give you the answer. So imagine that your objective is to finish all the English levels, and then in 2021 in March you finish all of the levels. So that is an achievement that you completed your goal or
It's
your
the
objective.
same, the success.
A success.
Okay.
So achievement and success is pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
All right. So in this case, Juan Carlos mentioned that the words that represent or describe achievement are set a record,
Mm-hmm.
reach a goal, and endure pain and suffering. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just check the answers to confirm this. This one. Okay, so we have this. So yes, accept, endure pain and suffering.
Yeah, I'm going to eliminate this
Okay.
this letter.
Listen, okay. So yes, set a record is an achievement because, you know, like I said, maybe you normally eat one hot dog at night. So you say, you know what? No, now I want 3. So that's an achievement because you actually eat the 3 hot dogs. Reach a goal is, like I said, the success. So I was studying at the university for 4 years and then I graduated. That was my objective. That is my achievement. Endure pain and suffering. Do you think that is an achievement, or that these are the challenges that you experience? What do you think?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. So we have endure pain and suffering. Do you think those are achievement or success, or part of the challenges?
Challenges.
Mm-hmm. So when you are like in pain or you suffer, they are part of the challenge. Okay.
Yes.
So they are not exactly success or achievement. Okay. Questions with this?
No.
Okay, let me change to the PowerPoint. Okay, so no questions with the rest of the expressions?
Face a challenge. Face a challenge.
Face a challenge is when you suddenly or out of nowhere, you have a problem.
Okay.
So then, like, I don't know, maybe you are, well, no.
Es durante el challenge.
No, it's when you are like, when you are good, when you are relaxed, and then something happens and something difficult happens, and then you're like, oh no, what happened?
Okay.
So that's like when out of nowhere, like there is like this difficulty in your life. So for example, maybe if
It's like a synonymous of overcome, no?
yes, but before. It's
Okay.
actually before you do it. It's like, for example, a lot of people, when we had to start with the online classes, it was difficult for them because some people need to be in the classroom to learn. So they face a challenge. It was difficult for them to continue with the online classes because it's not easy for them.
Okay.
So they can overcome if they practice and they get better, but it's difficult at first. So they face that challenge. They
Yes.
see that difficulty. Yes.
Endure is when you know the cease of something and you have a control in main pain.
Endure is when you how can I explain it? So endure is when you are suffering. That's the only like suffering and endure are very like connected.
Yes.
They are pretty much the same thing. Any other question?
No?
No.
All right. Let's see. Okay, well, you already told me that. Okay, this is actually going to be one of the last discussion times we're gonna have. So, and you know what? I think we can do it here. I don't think it's necessary for you guys to be separated. But
Yes.
I have
Okay.
question number 1. Do you know anyone who has set or broken a record? Who and what was the record? We're gonna start with number 1 first. So, what do you think about this question? Do you know anybody who has set the record?
Mariah Carey broke the record high note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something in Mexico. I mean, somebody in Mexico.
Yeah. En México nadie canta.
No, no solo de canto. I mean, any
No.
record.
Maybe
I don't know, remember.
record the fat people in the world.
Record what?
Yeah.
Well,
Fat
yeah, that's
people
true.
in the world. Yeah. It's true.
Do you remember I think he died. There
Yeah.
was a guy, a young man here in Monterrey.
Yeah.
He was really fat. Do you remember him?
Oh, yes.
I
Yes.
mean, I guess he broke that record.
The record.
I don't remember his name per se, but yes, that was his like. That was a record because I don't think nobody else was that overweight.
Yes.
Yes.
So I mean, we have that. Anybody else that you remember? Maybe not a record like around the world, but something that somebody did here in Mexico. Oh well, actually, if you know, I don't know if you are a fan of like soccer here in Monterrey, but I think, and if I'm not mistaken, somebody from Tigres broke a record recently. Well, last year, I don't know. Do you remember?
Guignac or
Yes. What was the record? Do you remember?
I think his record was about creo que los goles que ha metido, ¿no?
Exactly. I don't remember who was. I think it was from Tigres. I don't remember
Yes.
the person who had as many goals as he did, but he broke that record because now he has more.
Yes.
All right.
It's true.
And I cannot really think about somebody else. All right. And number 2, let's just focus on number 2. It says, can you think of a time in your life, like all your life, when you had to overcome a challenge. What about this one? What do you think?
Take a time in your life.
I don't remember.
I try to understand the question, but I don't know.
Okay, so in this case, it says,
Sí.
can you think of a time in your life when you had to overcome a challenge? So, have you ever had challenges in your life? Like difficult times or
Mm,
difficult problems?
Maybe when
any situation, I
Yeah,
mean
in any
the
situation.
healthy.
Yeah.
maybe
Well, I think in my case, I think when I was 18 years,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I have uh, uh, how would you say varicella?
Chicken pox.
Chicken pops. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What?
I have chicken pops, and in the hospital take me on quarantine.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It was a situation that is very sentimental, emotional, because I can't see anyone, and I can talk with my family and my parents since the doors they can enter.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I don't know if he's the correct example.
Mm-hmm. And how did you, for example, because you were, I mean, as you mentioned, it was sentimental because you couldn't see anybody. But how did you overcome like the situation in the end
Mm,
to feel better, for example?
uh, uh, I think when I follow the instruction of the doctors and have a very patience.
Mm-hmm. So you
I
had
don't.
to, yes, exactly. That's example. So you were suffering, let's say, and because it was sentimental because you couldn't see anybody. But to overcome, you had to follow the instructions and be patient. So in the end, do you think that you were successful in this situation?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you think that, do you think you were successful in the situation in the end?
yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So you overcome because you follow the instructions and you were patient. So that's actually, I mean, that's a good example. Anyone else who wants to give another example?
Yes. Well, um, when a truck hit me and I went to hospital and I didn't have any broken bones and I I live.
Okay. And do you think that you, I mean, how did you overcome all of this?
See, yes. Our
Okay.
um my life is good
Mhm.
and I didn't have a broken boots and bones and anything.
Uh-huh.
Anything.
Very good. So yeah, I mean, it's difficult, but that's the good thing.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm. Uh, anyone else who wants to share another example? Okay. So we're gonna continue. But do you have questions with this question, or is it clear?
It's clear.
It's clear.
Okay. So let's just, okay, well, you already did this. Okay. We're going to actually continue now with reading comprehension skills. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have your book, go to page 68 and 69. And let me know when you are in those pages. Ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay. So on the top of the page 68, we have 5C, and then we have Magic Man, and then we have this question. At what age did David Blaine become a professional magician? Okay. First, I need you to answer this question, but I don't want you to read all of the text. What I want you to do is scan. So what is a scan? What do you think is a scan?
Only C.
Search palabras clave.
Exactly. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do. See and search only this information. I don't want you to read, but I want you to scan at what age David Blaine become a professional magician, okay?
Okay.
All right, so do
Okay.
that and then you tell me.
And 20 year.
Okay, at 20 years old?
Yeah.
Let me check. Okay, so at 20, everybody agrees?
No,
Okay,
I think it's the first
14?
14.
All right, so we're gonna check the answers. Anybody else who wants to say something else? No, okay. So let's just check, okay?
Okay.
All right, it was at 24.
Ni una ni la otra.
So let's see, okay. In here, it says in 1987, when Blaine was 14, okay, he was a teenager and he did not break any record then. 20 years of suffering. Okay, no. Okay. Oh yeah, 24. Okay, so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Here it is. Everybody has the book, right?
Yes.
Or no?
Yeah.
What about the rest? Alberto, Brenda, Pamela, do you guys have the book?
No.
Yeah, you don't have the book. Okay, Brenda does it. Okay. And this is what you're going to do. I can take pictures and send it to the WhatsApp group. This is what I'm going to ask you to do because you're going to work in groups of 3 or in pairs. Okay. What I want you to do is scan. You don't actually have to read the text, but the book or the text has words or expressions that are in blue, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is work with your classmates and discuss what you think the words in blue mean. Okay. The definition of the words. Because after that, we are going to continue working with an activity that is connected to the vocabulary. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's see. I'm going to separate you guys in breakout rooms, but so I can see more or less. Okay, so Alberto. Alberto, do you have the book?
No, teacher, I don't.
All right. Juan Carlos, do you have the book?
Yes.
Okay. So Brenda also has the book. So I'm going to continue ask you to work with the same group. I'm going to take pictures and send them to the WhatsApp group so you can have them, okay? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Please accept the invitation to the breakout room and wait for me to send the pictures of the reading.
Teacher, the Juan Carlos
Uh-huh.
is fail your microphone or internet. I don't know.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move you to the other group and I'm gonna check. Okay, let me send you to the other group so you can work. So you and Brenda can work with them. Okay.
Okay.
People express his feelings when they see the show.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's the people reaction.
The reaction, it's like that. When I say like that,
When you don't know you don't know waiting that happening, something like that.
mhm,
And it's
yes, like
done.
that in the surprise or in the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Stones is similar to do the people circle
To the
and
people, what?
to people do in the in someone's circle. I don't know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The circus.
Circle.
Circus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Yes, like that.
Like
All.
actors.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, well, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, but also, for example, like when you are an actor, you don't do the dangerous scenes. You have a double who helps you do the stunts. So the stunts are like Cecilia mentioned, the acts that are dangerous.
Yes.
Okay. And the last one is, oh my God, what pronunciations this?
astonishment.
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 Astonishment
Hmm.
is the same the reaction, but biggest is big feeling, the bad in good. I don't know. Feeling good, feeling bad is biggest fraction.
Okay.
I think.
All right, let's go back to the main room, and then we're gonna check them. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me share this one. Mhm. Juan Carlos, are you here?
No.
I don't know what happened. I think his internet might be not working. Let's just wait for the rest to come. Okay, they're coming. Okay, I think everybody's here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we have the words in here. We have, oh, sorry. We have astonishment. So what do you guys understand for astonishment? What do you understand?
It's similar a surprise.
Actually, that's a good example. Astonishment is like surprise when you see something, but it's more like more than a surprise. It's bigger. So
Is
imagine
when,
that. Uh-huh.
sorry,
No, no,
is
so,
when you say me quedé atónico or something like that.
pretty much anodadado or something like that.
Mm.
Yes. So it's when you imagine. For example, imagine that you see somebody flying, like a person flying, and you're like, maybe you are scared, but you're like, wow, like what happened? So that is astonishment, like a great, great surprise. Yes.
So it's like a reaction.
Yeah, it's a reaction, pretty much. A reaction of like when you see something and you're like, oh my god, like wow. Yes. So
Okay.
for example, imagine that you see an actor that is really handsome and you're like, wow, like oh my god, that's astonishment.
Wow, you're so handsome person.
Something like
I
that.
can see.
All right, very good. So endurance, what about endurance? What do you guys understand?
I think the endurance like resistant.
Uh-huh. So endurance is like resistance.
Yes.
All right, do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, so in this case, it's pretty much that resistance, the duration, like persistence of something that you do. Reaction, well,
It makes something a long time, says Brenda.
sorry, what?
Brenda says in the Zoom chat, it's make something a long time.
Endurance or reaction.
I don't know.
Yes, but
yes.
endurance or reaction? Endurance. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
So something that is like persistent, resistant to some things. Yes. Good. And reaction? Well, I think that's simple, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Transformed.
Is something change?
Exactly.
Like a change.
Something that changes. Very good. And then we have stunt. So in this case, we gave some examples, but what do you understand by stunt? Like, how would you explain it to me?
Is similar like when you go a circus in a show, in a magic show, they have a series of stones.
Exactly. So yes, I think that would be the perfect example. So you go to a circus, and then you have all of these like clowns and magicians and all of this, and they do stunts. Magicians do stunts. So like taking the rabbit out of the hat and the poker cards, those are stunts. Okay?
Okay.
Questions with these words?
No.
All right, very good. So now we are going to use them to complete these sentences. And this, you should have it on page 70 from your book, and it says building vocabulary. Do you see them?
Yes.
Very good. So what I'm going to ask you to do is complete sentences from number 1 to number 5 using the words that we just practiced, okay?
Okay.
And when you finish, let me know so we can check the answers.
Okay.
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
in number 3, where is crow gaze?
Yes. So crowd is all of the audience, all of the people that are watching your show.
All right.
And gasped is when you're like, that action, the thing that you're like when you're watching something or someone, and then you do this, that is gasped.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I finish.
Okay. So let's just wait for the others, and then we can continue.
Ready?
All right. Juan Carlos, you're back.
Yeah.
My internet is a disaster.
Yeah, I understand. Right, everybody ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, very good. So let me just check the software. Here it is. Okay. Then they also said yes. Good. Okay, so who wants to, I'm gonna ask you to help me read one by one. So who wants to answer and read number one?
Me.
Me. Oh.
Okay.
All right, so,
People,
uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
People who run long distance need a lot of endurance.
Yes.
Yes, good. Cecilia, number two?
David Blaine's TV special have a completely a trans
Format.
no a reaction people understanding of the magic can do. No,
Transform.
transform it.
Yeah.
Transform.
So yes, David Blaine's TV specials have completely transformed. Yes, good. Sandra, can you help me read number three?
Yeah. The ground gasped in erection on the imaging skill.
Astonishment. So actually,
Astonishment.
astonishment, for example, is this reaction of wow, like oh my god, you're really handsome, and gasped is this reaction of oh my god, he is really handsome, for example.
Okay.
So they normally go together. Okay. Alberto, can you read number four?
The number 4. Jumping a motorcycle over a moving bus is a very difficult reaction.
Tuned.
Stunned.
Stunt.
It's a stunt.
Yes, stunt. So
Okay.
a stunt is similar to an act. Okay. So jumping on a motorcycle is a stunt actually.
Okay.
And then we have Pamela. Can you read number five?
Yes. After the performance, the illusionist received a positive reaction
Mm-hmm.
and standing ovation
Ovation.
from the audience.
All right. Yes. Very good. So do you guys have questions with this?
No.
Okay. So just very quickly. So we have this word is reaction. Transformed. This one is astonishment.
Astonishment.
Mhm.
Astonishment.
Astonishment. This one is endurance.
Endurance.
And this one is stunt.
Stun.
Okay.
Stun.
Yes. All right. So let's just go back to this.
How do you say stun?
Stunt.
Stuns.
Stunt. You pronounce the last T. Stunt.
Stun.
Mhm.
How do you say piedra?
Stone.
Stone.
Las complicaciones del inglés.
So it's only pronunciation. So piedra or roca, like stone. You see, if you see like the stone, and this one is stunt.
Stunts. Stunts. Okay.
Right. Okie dokie. So we're gonna continue, and we're gonna try to see if like, we can do this. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the TED Talk video, but with this I think it's enough. So I sent the picture to the WhatsApp group with some parts of the reading, like this and this, for the people who don't have the book. We're going to do three activities that are related to reading. So the first activity, it's called collaborative reading. What is this? So you're going to work in groups of 3 or in groups of 2 or in pairs in this case, if it works better. And you're going to divide the text in different paragraphs. So if you see, we have at least like 4 different paragraphs, okay? When you have your paragraph, so imagine that like this is my paragraph, okay? I read my paragraph in silence, okay? And then when everybody finishes, you're going to explain the paragraph that you read to your partner or to the people in your group, okay? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, what I want you to do is simple. I mean, this one, I don't think we have to like do a whole like Word document presentation, but we can actually skip this part. And I just want you guys to participate in the description so we can then continue with other activities, okay? Let me just send, I'm gonna send this to the WhatsApp group so you can have the instructions. Wait a second. Okay, let me know when you receive the picture in the WhatsApp group.
No.
No?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna recreate. Okay, I'm gonna separate you to the breakout rooms. We're gonna try to do this in like 6-7 minutes. Okay.
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 So just accept the invitation and then we check them.
One You know the most common mistake men make when approaching women, but most have no clue that
Let's see if Juan Carlos joins you, girls. If not, I'm gonna move one of, yes, so you can help to. Okay. Pamela is going to be here with you.
Yes.
Okay, she's here, so you can work with her.
Read.
It's the paragraph is very erased. It's borroso.
Okay, let me see if I can share the screen here with you, so you can read the because I could yeah, I couldn't make it uh, for you guys to read it. It's simple. Maybe you can like, I don't know, maybe you can select these two, Alberto, and then Sandra, you can choose from the other page as well.
2 paragraphs.
Yeah, I think you can work with this, right?
Excuse me. And the first and the second.
read page 68 and Alberto read page 69, maybe?
Okay.
Okay.
So, for example, this part. Okay. So, Alberto, maybe you can read from the start of the career and then to this part. Okay.
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 Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's just do one like this. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
Alberto? All right, let me just check the other group. Okay, let's see if they finished.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
All right, so in this case, what you can do is for now, you two can discuss what you read, and let me just go with the other group to see if they finish, okay?
Yes.
All right, so you two can discuss right now. Are you guys ready?
Yes. Well, me, yes.
Okay, so what about the rest? Did you finish reading your part?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to go back. We're gonna go back to the principal session so we can all discuss this, and then we can finish with the reading activity so we can finish the class. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me just go. All right. I just wait for the rest. All right. So I think everybody's back, and so we can continue. So in this case, who wants to share something about the things that you read? Who wants to share something from the paragraph you read, or something you want to share to the class?
In my paragraph, I read how Blaine started the career, the magic and illusionist. He have a passionate wanna performance the magic in the street, and he heard a story fascinated in the a teenager fallen in the river. The um, teenager can 45 minutes without break, and he think the teenager do it because he knows he 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 wanna do it too.
Okay, so he saw it and he said, I can do it too.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Anything else you want to add, Sandra?
No.
All right, very good. What about the rest? Who wants to say something about what you read?
Well, from my part,
Mm-hmm.
well, it's talking about for the show, the TV shows for David Blaine, the Street Magic, and the other I don't remember, Magic Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, who stars in the shows, who is talking about for your best years,
Mm-hmm.
and and the audiences love it, the shows, the newspaper or the New York Times.
Mm-hmm. So the
Uh,
newspaper, New York Times, okay?
yes, he says taking a craft
Mm-hmm.
been around for hundred of years and something unique, fresh. And this this audience claims he saved the magic.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. Good. Anything else you want to add?
But the last paragraph,
Mhm.
the magician David, he's not revealed who is the next stunt, but the people wait for something incredible or impossible
Mhm.
for astonishment the audience.
Okay. Good to astonish the audience. All right. Very good. Anything else you want to add? Okay. So I think that in this case, for now, okay, hold on. Let's see. Brenda. Okay, so first, Brenda, about the things that he has done, and he compares himself with Harry Houdini. Okay. Yes, that's true. Anything else you want to add to this?
Early life.
It's what, sorry?
Early life. Paragraph 2.
Okay.
Okay. From the first time he saw a magician in the New York subway, like it a lot.
Uh-huh.
Also, from a young age, he became interested in, in, in the challenge of endurance.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he was very surprised when teenager who fell into the river. He was underwater for 45 minutes with, with, with without brain damage.
All right, very good. So, and hold on, Brenda also says, and the magic that he has transformed he has transformed the world of magic. Okay, that's true. Okay, very good. So, in this case, I think for now we've finished. I am only going to ask you to do some things for homework, and it's actually to complete this part of the reading. So I'm gonna send you this picture to the WhatsApp group. This one and this one. Okay, they are part of the reading. These are only these two activities. They are on page 70, so you can do them. And yeah, I think that for now that's gonna be it. Okay, and then we'll continue next Saturday. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for now, that's it, guys. Yes.
Teacher, are you going to send us the homework?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to the WhatsApp group. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Right.
All right. So
Right.
for now, that's it, guys. Thank you for coming. Let's see if next Saturday we have more people. And for now, that will be it. I'll see you on Saturday. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, teacher. You too.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
See you later.
See you later. Bye bye. And I'm gonna check the WhatsApp group to see if you are in, Alberto.
Oh, Jesse.
Okay.
Teacher.
All right. Yes.
So the other group, can I go out?
Yeah, you can leave the one that says 13MA or something like that. Yeah, you can erase that group.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, miss. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.